Listen, Elon, you I've said it before in many videos, but you need to, technically, I don't really know what you need other than more factories because it seems to me that I don't know how many you have, but I don't see why you can't make more factories to keep up with your demand. And as far as price goes, I don't know how much it costs for you to build these cars and have them presented, uh, you know, ready to be purchased or driven home, um, or at least to the dealership, because that's the price. Is how much does it cost you to get the completed product to the dealership or to the customer's home, whichever it is. Well, don't worry about that part. Just make it like so the car is ready to be driven. Okay. And the delivery stuff. I mean, I don't think you would even have to pay that much for that. And number one, number two, you're not giving people the option to like delivery should be free if it's close by. You know what I mean? Like, I guess not really, but you're taking away their option to pick it up though. So I mean, now they have to pay for delivery. If I were you, I would just say, hey, you know what? We're gonna drop it off here. You give it up here. That's free. But I don't know. You would have to examine profit margins and all that kind of stuff. How much is your profit margin? Cost to sell ratio, profit, aka profit margin, but including labor. You need to figure out the number, the profit margin, including labor and not including labor, and then you got to price it. I think after labor, unless you're like an absolute, unless somehow you can do it another way, because you're gonna have an easier time selling a car that's fairly priced than you are trying to get every penny you can out of everybody. You know what I mean? You're already making $10,000, $12,000 out of each fucking sedan you sell. Do you really need that $13,000 that makes the price unfair? You know what I mean? Or would you rather sell 200 of them at $12,000 rather than 10 of them at 13? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but you can do whatever. So that's just my suggestions for your company. And change the name of your other company to like your transportation company to like something nice and useful, like transportation tech, or just sit there and think about it for as long as you need to and make a new name for it. If I were you, my suggestion. And yeah, I'm not really experienced in the rocket field, but all I know is quality is number one. Don't cheap out on anything. You listen. I don't want to be shallow, but you're gonna ride in some of these rockets, so you gotta make them all the same. You gotta make one you would ride in, basically better. You gotta, as good as you can, make the best rocket you can, and then keep making it the same way until you find an improvement, of course. But um, yeah, you need a two-door sports coupe or a two-door coupe. That's for your car line, and you need to utilize the power of your motors, your car motors, rather than this. You got the 1.8 liters, like Nissan Sentras. They got like 130 horsepower, but a 1.8 liter can easily deliver 160 horsepower, 170 horsepower, or it can deliver 170 horsepower with factory settings. And it does it cost you anything? Not really. All you gotta do is reprogram something. So it really, all it does is cost you 20 minutes. It doesn't cost you a single penny more, and you make more. But no, I don't know why they regulate these motors, but to tell you the truth, I have no clue why. But maybe they want to make it so these motors are easily handling the power, but I don't know. You got V8s can handle like 2,000 horsepower if you stretch them out, right? And then you got Corvettes that have like 600, almost 700 horsepower, and that's like not even half its capability, even though it's twice as fast as a normal Corvette, but that's on a restricted programming. So I don't know. It doesn't seem to. Yeah, no. The engine overheats easier. I guess the battery overheats easier, but you can use, like you've been doing, refrigerant to cool down the batteries. But you cannot. I would not wrap each battery in a coil. I would just use that space for more batteries. And then there's the space that's in between each battery, because they're cylindrical. It's got to be space in between each battery. Put another battery in there. Yeah, you can put another battery in there to increase the range. And then, or you can use that space to administer the refrigerant. You know, because it's unused space unless you put another battery there. So, yeah. So it's, I mean, even the space that's in between the spaces of the other batteries that are taking up the space of between your bigger batteries, you could probably use that for refrigerant. Or you can just line the top, bottom, sides of the battery with refrigerant, because this way you're not using any more metal, not really using more, not much. Well, I don't know if that changes, but I mean, that was going to be there anyways, so you can do that. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but don't wrap each coil around the battery around each coil around each battery. That's a waste of space. That can be used for more battery space. You can cool them down some other way, but like we just said, right? Like I just said. But anyways, yeah, those are my suggestions. As far as carbon removal, smoke in the air is probably the safest way to remove carbon, because you don't want that stuff getting into anyone's food. You don't want that stuff burning up all at once. That's terrible. But this time it's gradual and up in the air. You know what I mean? So it's like it's taking care of itself. So yeah. Oh, I forgot I was recording. So anyways, those are my suggestions. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.